Hello everyone! This week I will be showing you how to achieve this feathered, fluffy, natural brow that everyone is doing on the tube. This is my favorite way to do my brows. I am obsessed with this trend. I can't see myself going back to pomades anytime soon. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. Middle school was the time of the plucked thin eyebrows, and I fell victim to that just as you may have. I'm here to tell you that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It took me a really long time, but I have been successful in growing my brows back out from my middle school, high school, even college days. They are still a work in progress, but I'm very proud of my efforts. It's been slow and laborious, but here we are. I will be using Anastasia Brow Wiz today and the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I like to go just one shade lighter to continue with that more natural effect. I feel if I go too dark that it makes my eyebrows look a little too stark and not as fluffy as I like them to look. Without further ado, let's get started. First thing I like to do is brush all my brow hairs up as high as I can get them. I like to brush them in the direction which the hair grows, so for me that's up and out toward my temple. Next, I like to take the arch of my brow, I like to find where the arch is at its highest, and connect that to the tail with one strong line. I have some sparseness in the arch of my brows, so I just want to make sure that that is prominent. And once I'm done there, I will brush all of the tail brow hairs downward and then fill in the sparseness with brush-like strokes. I always like to brush this out because, again, we're going for a natural look here and I don't want anything to look too harsh. Then I'll brush the hairs back up in the direction I want them to stay and fill in any sparseness underneath the tail. I want to keep this very light, very natural, hair-like strokes because, again, I don't want any harsh lines, especially on the bottom of my tail where I want it to look really natural and fluffy. Then I like to go into the front of my brow and just connect a line where my brow hairs naturally create under the arch and just connect that to the front of my brow. I will start creating brush-like strokes going upwards, and then I'm gonna brush it out. Brushing it out is so important. Brush and brush and brush. Next, you'll see that I'm taking the very tip of the pencil and again creating hair-like strokes and brushing upwards at the front of my brow. And then I like to take that tip of my pencil and wiggle it through the front of my brow. This is with a very light hand, and it's just to create an illusion of a little bit more hair at the front of my brow. I don't want it nearly as dark as the rest of my brow. Finally, I'm going in with my brow gel. I use a clear brow gel from Anastasia, and I just like to push my hairs up to the sky. That's the name of the game. Feathery, fluffy, natural. I want them to go as high as they possibly can, and then we can adjust later if it looks a little ridiculous. So now I'm just using my pinky finger to tame those hairs ever so slightly. And there we have it. There's my finished brow. Looks pretty good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the finished brow look. I really love them. Like I said, I do have fuller brows to start with, not without a lot of effort and trial and error, make no mistake about it, but that doesn't mean you can't achieve this look. Just keep the brush strokes thin and light and keep brushing it out with the spoolie, and trust me, you can accomplish this fluffy, feathery brow tutorial too. Let me know in the comment section down below, are you a more thick, fluffy brow person or are you a thin shaped brow person? I think we all know what I am, but tell me down below, what kind of brows do you like best? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and follow me on Instagram at laurenmarienyc. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Bye. Ow, I hit myself having a brow. I did it.
I'm sorry.